So let's get right to the big headline, and honestly, it's pretty good news for the Bulldogs. Unlike a ton of other teams this year, they aren't getting gutted by players opting out for the NFL draft. That's a huge sigh of relief for fans who want to see a team at, mostly full strength.
But you knew there was a but coming, right? There's a big asterisk next to that good news. There is one crucial, major exception to that rule, and his absence is going to be felt at the most important position on the entire field.
And this all leads us to the biggest storyline for the Bulldogs heading into this game, the quarterback question. This is the one absence that could totally reshape their offense.
And that player? It's Blake Shakeup. Now, if you've been following the Bulldogs all season, you know that name. He was the guy under center for the first 11 games, the one leading the huddle week in and week out. So, what happened? Why the sudden change? Well, we got the official word from new head coach Jeff Lebby back on December 10th. He announced that Shakeup is not going to be with the team for the bowl game because he's already getting ready for a pro career. Okay, so Shakeup is the one big name opting out for the pros. But his absence, that's really just the tip of the iceberg here. There's a much, much bigger roster shakeup happening, and it's all thanks to the chaos of the transfer portal.
To really get a sense of just how big this turnover is, you only need to hear one number: 27. That is how many Mississippi State players have announced they're hitting the transfer portal. I mean, that is a staggering number, and it signals a massive transition for this program. And look, this isn't just one or two position groups. This exodus hits pretty much the entire team. We're talking receivers like Davion Jackson and Fursel Shepard, defensive backs like Dwight Lewis and Tyler Woodard, a whole bunch of guys.
And the list just keeps going. You've got key depths on the O-line, at tight end, linebackers. Even the team's kicker, Marlon Hawk, has entered the portal. It's a real clean-out.
So let's be crystal clear, none of these 27 players are expected to be available for the bowl game. That is an unbelievable challenge for Coach Lebby in what is his very first game. Okay, so in the middle of that giant storm of transfers, there is one little silver lining. Coach Lebby did confirm that backup quarterback Luke Kromenhoek, even though he's in the portal, will be available for the bowl game. And that gives them some absolutely critical depth at quarterback. So the veteran starter is gone. The roster is in total flux. What's the plan? Who's stepping up for the Bulldogs? Well, this brings us to the story of the freshman starter. And this right here really tells the whole story, doesn't it? Out goes the 11-game starter, Blake Shakeup, who's off to the pros, and stepping into his place is freshman Kamario Taylor, whose only career start was a real trial by fire in the season-ending Egg Bowl.
All right, now that we know who's playing and who's not, let's get to the game itself. Here is everything you need to know for the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
So here are the details. It's Mississippi State with their 5-7 record taking on the 8-4 Wake Forest Demon Deacons. The game is on Friday, January 2nd, kicking off at 7 p.m. Central. It's all going down at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you can watch it live on ESPN.
So, after all that chaos, all the roster changes, what's the final prediction? Well, interestingly enough, the source material actually has a pretty optimistic take for the Bulldogs. It's calling for a 30-26 victory over Wake Forest.
And that leaves us with the million-dollar question, doesn't it? With the freshman quarterback making just his second career start and a roster missing 27 players, can this completely new-look Bulldogs team actually rally together and pull off the win? Honestly, that uncertainty is what makes bowl season so much fun.